What's up, everybody? And you know what? This review right here, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this review, but given since I saw the show, and I really did enjoy the show, I thought I would do a review on this for Impact Under Siege review. Now, I did not do a review last Thursday and everything, just stuff going on, but I was like, you know what? I'll review Under Siege, because it wasn't really that bad of a show, to be honest. I don't think they really should have done another, like, live, whatever, pay-per-view, or whatever they call it, given after it was, like, over a week after Rebellion and everything, but the card wasn't bad or anything, but I was like, is there really much to write about? That, not really, but it was a very enjoyable show with a couple newsworthy notes on here. Now, I know there's a couple things I will address before this review that's been kind of going on. One is the departure of both Jonah and Willie Mack. They have left the company. I believe their contracts were up. With Jonah was already doing New Japan Pro Wrestling anyways, and he's been a lot on New Japan Strong. I was there at Windy City Riot, I know, and Jonah's been on both, and he was doing really good over there in Impact. His last match, I guess, was against PCO last Thursday, and that Monsters Ball with PCO going over, because Jonah did have the upper hand over him at some points, a couple times that beat him. So I guess that was his last match there. And with Jonah, I think he probably just wants to do more of NJPW, and with New Japan nowadays, if you've seen what's going on over there, and stuff, the borders are kind of open a little bit more. I guess COVID has kind of lessened up there a little. I know it's still been pretty bad, and travel restrictions, and I know it's they're getting better. Okay, it's slowly happening, but they are letting more people back and forth, travel from America to Japan. That kind of proved last week with Wrestling Dontaku and Best of Super Junior, letting more other people from other promotions come back and forth. So I think Jonah is going to probably be going to New Japan, to Japan to wrestle at some point. A lot of people have been saying that. Wouldn't surprise me if he ends up being in the G1. Possibly. I don't know. But with Jonah, I think he said on Twitter, he said he would see Impact down the road. So maybe we'll be back at some point. I'm not really sure, but we'll see what happens with that. Willie Mack, I like Mack. I do, but even I feel at some points where I feel like they could have had Willie Mack do stuff on his own, which they did. He was the X Division champion at a point in time. And I like Willie Mack most of the time, really. He was just tagging with Rich Swann currently and whatnot. And I remember they did tag the other night. What was it, going against Bullet Club out there, the J and Bay connection, and stuff. So Willie Mack said he would be going back on the indies and whatnot. That, he's just accepting independent dates right now. He's not with Impact anymore. Like I said, his contract was up, so he's not going to re-sign with the company. Willie Mack, I don't know where he'll end up. I like Mack. I feel like he could have they could have him do more in Impact, to be honest, somewhere. At least get him like a upper spot, but I think they just had him tagging with Swann, which they was just having buddy with Swann for a while now, because I forgot they were even a tag team at a point in time. So let Willie Mack go. I don't know, man, but it's not like what were they really doing with him right now anyways, other than tagging with Rich Swann. I'm sure everybody's obvious choice between Boba Jonah and Willie Mack is going to say AEW, 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 AEW. Like, dude, we can't send everybody to AEW, okay? It's not going to work like that. Mack, I don't know where he'll end up. Maybe MLW, maybe NWA, maybe New Japan. I don't know what Willie Mack will end up right now. I honestly don't. But right now, like I said, he's accepting independent dates right now. So we'll see what happens with him. But yeah, those are the two departures that happened. Another thing to add on to, listen, Under Siege looked like it was a full house out there. I'll say that right off the bat. I know people are bringing up the tickets that they've only sold 75 tickets, in general, and that's not really a good look. And people are already saying, oh, they need Tony Khan to help them. I'm like, do they really? Did we not remember what just happened before? And here's the thing. The Under Siege show that was live and everything was a full house, and the crowd was very lively. Now, the 75 ticket thing, I believe that is actually for Sunday, for a taping of it, which was not really a good idea to do anyway, given it would, be Mother's Day and whatnot. So I don't think a lot of people really care about wrestling that much, and stuff. But then again, Backlash is Sunday, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's Mother's Day, okay? So I don't know how many people really be going to that, but that's still a very alarming, thing. And it's like I would say, Impact has had some solid shows, very solid shows for a good while minute. Solid booking, it hasn't been bad. It's just, either enough people aren't caring or they don't have the TV deal. It's like people will watch the show, but it's like they don't know what channel. Everyone doesn't have access TV. Okay, we know that, and that's alarming. I don't want to say alarming now, but it's been like that for a while with access TV. Maybe Anthem. Someone say Anthem should put some more money into it. I think they should put more money into production and everything, because some people do feel like the show comes off a little bit low budget sometime of how it's shot. Like, I can understand that. I've seen that a couple times myself. But I don't know, like, you know, one other thing with Impact when it comes to them doing live shows, like, the only time we ever see these guys really live is what they do, like, they're, like, you know, the little Impact Plus pay-per-views or the actual pay-per-views, because I think they sound commentary the next time they be live is Slammiversary, next month in June. So I would like to see them actually do a live show actually on live TV, and that, you know, we'll do the, you know, whatever plus thing, a pay-per-view, and then everything else is a taping. I get it's to save money and stuff, but you know, some would say, like, you know, the show's good, but if the people aren't there, you know, we can talk about how goods being booked, but you need people there at the show. So I think that's kind of alarming, saying it was only 75 people that bought tickets for the taping. So I don't know what's really going on with that all the way. Maybe it'll sell out by that time. I'm not really sure, but I'm just kind of going what I've seen lately. Now, I did not see the first match of the pre-show. It was like Heath and Rhino going against Shearer and Raj Singh. I know Heath and Rhino won. Rich Swann was in a triple threat going against Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey. I wonder where Rich Swann will go now since Mack is gone now. I can agree with Matt Cardona on the other show, like, you know, if you were doing your job, you'd still be world champion, which, personally, I think, like, it's always, I've said this, and you can go back to Rebellion Review. Me and other people have talked about Rich Swann, saying, like, you forget that this guy was the world champion of this company at one point, okay? And it wasn't even that long ago. It's like, after the whole Kenny Omega thing, this guy just went back down to mid-card or just got complacent, and it's just kind of being contempt and being a tag team guy and never really going back for the world title, okay? I felt it was a little bit too soon at the time for Swann even to become world champion, but everything that happened with the whole Eric Young thing, I get it, and I like Swann, but it's like Swann has literally done nothing ever since he lost the title to Omega, and has never kind of got back up there to this point, okay? So I really wonder where he's going to go now, given that Willie Mack is gone and he's there by himself. Will they push him at least somewhere up the title, and at least go past X Division and tag team or something? Because Swann is just like, it's just a happy-go-lucky guy right now. That's just kind of, you know, we say, hey, he won, yeah, he does a little dance and stuff, but what's he really doing right now, huh? Think about that. But we did kick off the show with Madison Rayne versus Giselle Shaw. Giselle Shaw had Alicia Edwards out there with her for some reason. I thought they have a team with Lady Frost. Don't know what's going on with that. But not a bad opener. Very enjoyable. I guess Shaw is supposed to be a face now and everything. And stuff. And she did get the you know, win over the win over Madison Rayne, hit her with a big running knee and stuff. So I guess her and Alicia are a tag team now, going after the tag. Because either I said, what other tag teams do the Knockouts division have other than you know, the Influence? We already saw the Inspiration. They're done, so we already know they're gone. Decay is still a team. I guess Tasha and Savannah Evans, even though Tasha is the Knockouts champion. I don't really know any other tag teams that are really there right now in the Knockouts division, to be honest with you. So I don't know what's going on with that. But this wasn't a bad match, though. Good opener. Next, Steve Maclin went against Chris Sabin. Very great match. I enjoyed this. This was good. I liked it a lot. My only thing is that, can Steve Maclin get some wins at least? Like, I was kind of surprised to see Chris Sabin win, which they keep Sabin looking strong out there, and I'm not, you know, it's Sabin. Sabin's really good, and stuff. But I feel like Steve Maclin won what, Rebellion, right? But after that, like, I know he lost to Ishii the other night, and now, you know, lost to Sabin. I'm like, I probably would have got the win over Sabin, but then again, he did pin Sabin back at Rebellion, so I guess Sabin had to get his win back. But this was a banger. I enjoyed this. This was a damn good match, okay? Maclin and Sabin, they were going out there, okay? And they had some good time out there also for this match. So I liked it a lot. I just think Sabin should get some wins, though. Next, I know they interviewed Deonna Purrazzo, talking about how, you know, she has lost both the AAA Randy Duran's title to Taya, and then the Ring of Honor women's title last Wednesday on Dynamite. But, you know, Deonna went on all the accomplishments she has done and everything, and basically says she respects what they've done, but, you know, I will get my titles back and everything. I am one of the best in the world. You know, what a title I hold in that. But this match between Taya and Deonna for the AAA Reign of the Reigners title, very good match, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the ending of it. Because I was damn it, thought Deonna was going to win it back. After what, hitting her submission to Venus de Mayo, I believe, that damn octopus hold damn near. Deonna, like, she's about to get Taya to tap out, but Taya got to the ropes. But then Taya got out the ring, was going to hit her with the title, but the referee took it, and then Taya went on a roll-up. I thought the ending was kind of cheap. Like, really good match, but the ending, I was kind of like, oh, okay, that was a surprise roll-up, so at least, like, Deonna didn't lose flat right here clean, but I was like, it could have been a better ending to that match than just a roll-up surprise, I felt like. But it wasn't bad. Right after Deonna attacked Taya, next you know, the lights went out, and there was some masked people on stage, and Mia Yim is now back in Impact Wrestling. You know, before she was Jade, if everybody, what was the last time Mia Yim was here? About, I think last time, I know she went against Rosemary for the title. I think it was either 2017, I think this is before that GFW thing happened, with TNA at the time. So it had to be like, what, 2016, 17, before she went to WWE, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Mia Yim back. The HBIC basically has stared down with Deonna. Deonna, like, she's about to leave, but tried to attack Mia from behind. Mia ended up fighting her off as she, you know, hit the power driver, but Deonna got out of there. So good to see Mia Yim back in the company. Like I said, it's been a few years since she was back. Someone think, oh, she probably would have went to, you know, AEW because, you know, her husband is there, Keith Lee. But shit, it's a lot you can say about the women's division in AEW. So I think good pickup for Impact getting Mia Yim. Mia Yim is good. So I think yeah, this probably worked. I feel like she would have gotten lost on a shuffle if she was on AEW right now. So Mia Yim back in Impact, I'm cool with that. Next, the X Division title on the line. Trey Mcgill versus Ace Austin. Ace Austin, as we all know, will be in the Best of the Super Juniors later this month for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Good match, which, come on, we already kind of figured who was going to win anyways. Ace ended up beating Trey because this was Trey's rematch for the title. So Ace honestly was going to get the win anyway, especially going into the Best of the Super Juniors. So the champion has to look strong before going into this tournament and stuff. But a very good match nonetheless. Okay, Ace, like I said, getting the win, knocking Trey into the turnbuckle, and then hitting the fold for the win. So another good match from there. I liked it. Next, Honor No More versus Bullet Club. Bullet Club, you know, Jay White, Good Brothers, Chris Bay, and El Phantasmo. Here now, you know, going against Honor No More, Eddie Edwards, Vincent, no PCO out there, but, you know, Kenny King and the OGK. A lot of stuff going on in this match, but was really good match with Honor No More finally getting a win. I feel like Honor No More gets their asses kicked a lot nowadays and really barely gets a win. So for them getting a win over Bullet Club, hitting their finisher onto Carl Anderson, good win for Honor No More because you barely see them get any type of win right now. And like I said, Bullet Club they said it's Bullet Club's first loss in Impact as a whole with like the most members they've had here with 5 of them because Bullet Club's been back and forth, and we already saw what they've done in New Japan. Shit, they're holding a lot of gold right now in New Japan as it is anyway. And Jay White going back for the IWGP title, which I believe he'll face Okada at Dominion. So we'll see what happens with that. Next, the Knockouts title on the line. Tasha Steelz Havoc. Come on, man. You figured Tasha was going to win. Now, they say at least she didn't have Savannah Evans' help this time, but I never really believed Havoc was ever going to win this match anyways. Like, Tasha got the win. Crucifix bomb or the blackout, as she calls it. Like I said, the match wasn't bad. It was okay, but you knew Tasha was going to get the win. I never really thought Tasha was ever going to lose. The only thing is she didn't need Savannah Evans to really need to cheat that much this time. So, yeah, Tasha won. That's kind of it. Whoever really thought she was never going to lose. So, I never really saw her losing this match. So, yeah, Tasha still retains the Knockouts champion. So, like I said, not bad. Next, the tag team titles on the line. The Briscoe brothers versus Violent by Design. I enjoyed this match. I like this a lot. I've liked the Briscoe so far since being in Impact. I thought them, because they went into Eric Young and Cody Deaner out there. This was insane. I almost thought Violent by Design was probably going to get the win with Joe Doring trying to cheat one way or another. But the Briscoes end up overcoming that and winning the match. So they end up hitting like the Doomsday device for the win onto Diener to now become the new tag team champions, which I feel like the tag team division needs a shot in the arm right now anyways. And with the Briscoes there and as the champions, which I'm kind of expecting them to win anyways right now. We'll see what happens and where this goes with the Briscoe brothers. But, you know, them win the titles. Like I said, the tag team division, they need something right now. Because, like, after that gauntlet match of Rebellion, it was shit. All right? So, Briscoes, they make it exciting. The crowd was going nuts out there, too, for the Briscoe brothers. So, yeah. Like I said, just a really good tag team match. Moose came out, basically talked about how he was screwed and that he wants his title back. And told Scott D'Amore, I'm hijacking this show, and I'll beat anybody up out there. You got 30 seconds to get out, or every son of a bitch is gonna get you know, beating this building and everything. Next, you know, lights go out, and then that 70s music comes up that says EGV or something, which end up being Sami Callihan, which I think people kind of already figured out. Sami Callihan is now back. We have not seen Sami Callihan since a little bit after Slammiversary last year, because I believe he broke his ankle, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was a tag match, but it was a little bit after Slammiversary. His ankle got broke, and he'd been out for a pretty good while now. So, Sami Callihan was back with his baseball bat. He hit Moose with it, and then hit his Cactus Pile Driver, and he got on the microphone saying the Death Machine is back. So, good for Sami Callihan being back, okay? Like I said, we needed some people back, some strong players, and he was a pretty strong player in Impact, especially near the main event scene and everything right now. So it's good to see Callihan back. Hopefully they don't do the hacking thing anymore. I don't think that was really getting over as much as it once was. But Callihan, you know, taking out Moose. Okay, yeah. Like I said, it's good to see Sami Callihan back. So we'll see where this goes, and I'm sure it'll be a match with Moose coming up soon. In the main event, Tomohiro Ishii versus Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship. Not a great match. Great main event. And everything. So, what can I say? It was going to be a hard-hitting match. It's Ishii. It's Josh Alexander. Shit, Ishii had a banger last week for that damn U.S. title. So, you know he was going to have a banger with Josh Alexander out here. This was just a great fucking main event. I wish the build-up would have been a little bit better. I wish they would have at least some video package going into this or something other than just Scott D'Amore picking, okay, Ishii's your next opponent and not really getting any mic time or at least a video package on. At least tell people who Tomohiro Ishii is. Like, that's one thing I'll say. It's like, we bring in guys from whatever company, even, like I said, New Japan, but it's like, I think sometimes, and this is with AEW, any company sometime, not all of them, but it's like, can we get some video packages or something to explain who these guys are? I think they just assume everybody's going to know who they are because it's the internet, and they just assume that. Because some people may not know who Tomohiro Ishii is, but at least give a video package, give an overview, give something like, you know, hey, tell us how much of a badass this guy is and, you know, his company and everything. But this was a like I say, this was a banger. These guys beat the living shit out of each other out there. I knew Ishii wasn't going to win anyways and whatnot, but this was just a great fucking main event nonetheless, all right? I enjoyed it, all right? Of course, Josh Alexander won. Like I said, hitting like a power bomb in the C4 spike for the, you know, spike on Ishii. Shit, I definitely thought Ishii was going to get the win with the brain bust off the top rope, but, you know, the top rope, but yeah, but you know, like I said, Josh was gonna win. Okay, I'm not really surprised by that. So you know, this match was gonna deliver, and it was gonna be great. And they gave these guys a lot of time out there too. All right, like this was a pretty good main event. They damn near like almost 20, 30 some minutes out there, if I'm not mistaken. I may have to look at the time of how much that match was, but these guys beat the living shit out of each other. This was some heavy hitting stuff. Like I said, it's Ishii, it's Josh Alexander. It was great. Go back and watch that match if you haven't watched it. So, Under Siege, I enjoyed Under Siege. It wasn't a bad show, okay? These plus shows are usually pretty good sometime. And like I said, it was stuff going on. Like I said, Sami Callihan was back. Mia Yim is now back in the company. I thought Ishii and Josh was a banger of a main event. Probably the best match on this show. I enjoyed Macklin and Chris Sabin. Briscoes won the tag team titles. Was really good. What else? Like those are my highlights of the entire night, to be honest. I even think Shaw had you know, Madison Rain wasn't that bad also too, but this was like I said, I enjoyed this show. It wasn't that very solid show, and I recommend going back to look at this if you have not watched it yet. So I thought it was gonna be like a throwaway type of thing, but I'm like, okay, there's some stuff going on in this show, and you had some great matches on there too. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. So that is my Under Siege review. I will be back for Backlash. I wonder how that's going to go. It's not like I really care going to Backlash also. But we'll see if we even do a review. Because right now, I'm not really looking forward to it. But we'll see what happens then, okay? But I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. At Hooded Knight 890. I'll see you guys then. Peace. And happy Mother's Day. So, see you guys then. I'm out.